102.7 na Adamu live so ewo TV so eka ho ni nyina wo kuma se dum boss eba abrosan ye mo ensema ye de ba no de dimo akotene bi ene se eno Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia ya wotu Frank Adiam MPP amanyekunu wakasa na ensema waka no ye demu bebre ebremo anopai ora John ajekumukufo kanema mpani akamfo ora Bawumia se oye obi a oye Datse Edema Ghana mine. Emereshe Bejefie nsachire bia ba ho amane senti wate committee foforo kra ye be from committee on economy na no de be no beye ura se chemen sabon so achire mo ade achire yen ura Alban Kingsford Sumana Gbagben eye chiame e wo mereshe Bejefie speaker wo de tudwa MPs a wo mo akwadre wa adwuma no mu a bebre aluso omusiti a wo nsa ma mereshe Bejefie no ebetime ha omudwumadi ankasa committee bia wote ye se wonye nhwemu emfa IGP ne ne aba bonten ye se mpanifo bi pese ebopo na etu no no atachia na da no wode abase enche bia omde omumu aye a omunsa aka nyina no ebeba ba betudwa abusiafo ukọ sahwe wi oso constituency a ewo Western North de ogira pra kwa mra Hyebejefie ewa ndisi dimo de asem bia todwa se akuafo nyina en supporto NDC amanyekuo no ensemna doso kakra motie yi eye atifin sema yedi nkyeremo no eba yedemo live Facebook and YouTube account TV so eye Promise TV ni na okumase dum possible electricals and aso yesena ndopay yede kaseboy ebremo Korea na asemo meni Joseph Amwaten na namo Oduefour na sabere pinaman na penkra hene chiame na meni modi ahie ensam no aniem Enra Dr. Alhaji Mahamadu Bawumia ya oyo mampania bede kire na wo se 2 franc adiama MPP amanyeko no ejira na so kasa donhwere mienu fere no nsia ekoso na nwotwe na ensema woka nyina ye ono ankasa na niswade hu na obeyo mampania wode beba emu bi enesen so obeyo mampania oman ya soafo no obete so enti asoafo ni abede kirefo nyina no ebeso bete aba makoma kwaduenum ya jese enye bebrebe ebiem osin obehwe se ye benya tumi a ye de bedi ye dwuma ewo ye mensimensi de fre no decentralization no ose na ye de ano na eka na so enheda enimu paasa eno oba obehwe se ye betumi aye ne sa pepepe
the private sector along with fiscal and administrative decentralization, improving our systems and the way our institutions function will lead to greater efficiency, cutting waste and ensuring value for money in procurement. The move towards private sector provision of many public services would create the fiscal space of at least 3% of GDP annually. This represents a major paradigm shift. Additionally, an efficient system of governance will require even fewer ministers. I would have, therefore, no more than 50 ministers and deputy ministers.
Ehon sambo na motiye no ya sempapa ya dayeso papa ebaso dia kagana ewie kura na no chi no osade to dwabiem se e-levy no enya ade a ne bodwoso enti obeyo mampani a e-levy obetwam sa emesin levy a ese ka tungusie ye betwetwe ene obeye fro kra se do ne yenyimfro a obeyi afi eno danche a sa 15% VAT on electricity no so obese ye fro kra.
Apart from the obvious economic benefits of moving in the direction of a cashless society, the literature does indicate that the more electronic payments are used in transactions as opposed to cash, the more there is traceability and therefore the less the corruption. I would like to bring Ghana close to a cashless economy in the shortest possible time. So far, the Bank of Ghana has made a lot of progress in this direction by putting in place a lot of the systems and infrastructure required. These include mobile money interoperability, merchant interoperability, the universal QR code system, GH-Link, debit cards, e-switch, and Ghana Pay. We have put in place the necessary infrastructure for Ghana to go cashless. Ladies and gentlemen, to move towards a cashless economy, however, we have to encourage the population to use electronic channels of payment. To accomplish this, under my administration, there will be no taxes on digital payments. The e-levy will therefore be abolished.
Eni amuti yei ayo mampania bedi echira wose tu franka de ma NPP amenyoko no Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia eno a ne nsam no na mu ode ne mu hwam na nsambɔ no de ano ɔden eno achi no na before say wo be kasa no na owura John Ajeku nkofo wodi kan akasa Ghana mampani dada na odi tudwa se ye kasa obi ye man of destiny na Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia na woni ne dada ewa abrochire ena bra na nado de ne baaye se wo meye ne franka tufo abedi kire no na binom mpese o mote ase na so ka twom se hey abrante we menene kohia abrochire wo be presente paper bi wo wi ye meka kire se papa gire ho ate na be kwa akire enti munya abrante we ampa Dr. Bawumia ayam obi ehunu se wo sefata pa se daachen wo bedru akire.
I have always seen him as a man of destiny. When I first saw him, and that was about 2002, he was just a research assistant to the governor of the central bank, and in faraway London. This young man delivered a paper at an international conference of giants from the city of London, the financial world, and some very powerful people of government. And immediately he finished his address, he was going to sit down, but there was something in his statement and about him. I was president of Ghana then. In fact, till then I hadn't even spoken with him ever before. But I sent somebody, I think one of the officers with me, go and call me that young man. He came, I congratulated him, and I don't know what came in me. Prophetically, I told him, carry on like that, and you'll go far. I come to bear witness that this man definitely is on a mission determined by destiny. And please, let's all accept him to continue.
Mesramu ada momo ye nyina nka Bawumia ho yempia no yemwa no na wontoa so na ye ka se obi odache a abrante man of destiny owura oseche mensabo nso na edom dodo a wo mrahye badwefie oda wo mo ano o che se wo ko na anu ye no ensakra bi aba wo dwumadie mu no enema bi wo so asesa kakra wo de bi abeka ho se wo manya committee bi a ye frɛ no committee on the economy na no mrahye badwafo a wo wo nimdie efa oman kyekere ho ye frɛ se economy no na wo eba be edom saa ekuo no ebio wo mehwe se bosi a ye gigigi nyina no ehon hyehyeye ehon mra ebeboa economy na oman no na yama wo adisa adwuma no.
Some new committees. For instance, we didn't used to have a committee on the economy. We now have a committee on the economy. And the reason is simple. When we contract loans and refer same agreements to the finance committee with a report on the goodness or otherwise of the facility, and usually they relate to the terms and conditions of the impact, the payment schedule, and the impact of the loan. And we felt that no, we need a committee on the economy that will delve into this, even if they don't have the competence to so advise. They will engage experts who will go into this and then inform Parliament accordingly, so that in making any decision on approval of the loan facility or whatever facility will be so guided. The minority leader, we listened to him, was talking about these things. On what are the foundations of a person's head? We want it firmed up, well documented, well researched, so it will be part of the records of Parliament. So
now we are no side to just committee on national security so omati bi ya no ebeboa ama ebambo so wasayire mu yie pa.
We don't have a committee on national security. National security involves much more than policing and also the resort to fiscal defense of the territories of the Republic. Increasingly, we have communication, cybersecurity feature very prominently. What to do with that? You don't sit down here and there is a cyber attack on the country, the banks collapsing the banks and so on and so forth. How do you deal with it? It's the reason why we want to have such a committee.
Any amuti ye honorable Osechemen Sabunsu a drum dodo mmerehye ono ne da omano oba kumase swamia ono na ye MP ewo ho na mmerehye na no sa ye MP Parliamentary Affairs ye da so mmerehye na honorable Alban Kingsford Sumana Gbagben na ye mmerehye chairman Speaker of Parliament wo de atudwa ase nima bi ekoso a ono office ebe ha ne kakra sanse o here NDC for to wo maba afrase no MP sina no mte so ne dun so de ye yomuf esinchen ya ye to about 2025 nye omo ne begina enukura kire na emu num so efro pem se omo nsa me contest bim wo de ka ho aduonu mienu na no MPP for de so omo tu ye ya emu aduonu nwatwe omo luso omo seat no e de ama afoforo a omo na ebepere ena emu dun kuro so kura ka se omo afro pem omo mabiem enti ohwe nyina ebetima akotia MP marashebejafo pie se de omo de omdwuma no.
We woke up one Saturday and by the evening, we had lost 28 MPs through the primaries of the New Patriotic Party. Earlier last year, we lost 17 MPs through the primaries of the NDC, National Democratic Congress. Honorable members, the primaries are part of the process for the electorate to determine who represents them in Parliament. But the case of voluntary discontinuance of 5 and 19, followed by deselection of 17 and 28, is not a good signal for the legislature and for Ghana's democratic development. Experience, as we all know, count in this house. But the endorsement of your party to contest is equal. Honorable members, the hemorrhage and cost to the nation, all stakeholders. And I want to appeal to the political parties to take this matter up seriously, because the investment that is made in an individual MP is so huge for the nation, just to always go with after every 4 years.
Enti eka ya bono MP se ho ne yede tete wo mo no onyanim de ne wie ne finhia nan ya bono bongarat away ne yede ne kwa emwa ne bo oman ne ka ad hoc committee committee bia woteye entra wa afebo che enche bia wie odwumadi a no de aba wieye woteye se Dr. Akufo Dampare IGP onye nhwemu bi mfa ne ne eba abonten nye ono mom ne ne mo nkrofo bi ni a obopo e de afa ho se wo se yetu IGP no owura Samuel Atachia na ne da no committee na de odwuma nyina awie report nya ma abonten na nsen emu kakra di kidi ba abonten ya no manfo bi checho madwene de afa ho na nso so owura Samuel Atachia de betu dwa se enu mfiri wo mo ho wo se de o maduro ne se omo krache no clerk no obekeka ne ma sie ni ne chirenya na omo de report ni na no abeto yanimo.
Most unfortunate that the criminal investigation apparatus of the state will have to find out who has put together a 72-page report and attributing it to the committee when the committee has never put together a 72-page report. They need to fish the person out because this is a forgery which is against a whole parliament. I don't know who wants to steal the show. It's so prejudicial that you attribute a forgery to a committee of parliament. It's a very, very, very banal and low-cost behavior. And then we need to look at it because it is distasteful. We're just waiting for the clerks to the committee come out with what we call a very simple but comprehensive report. And then we as members of the committee will sit together and look at what the clerks presented. And then when it's fit for purpose, we'll sanction it. And then I sign, and then the clerk will also sign. What was put in the public domain is so fraudulent that there's no signature of the chairman.
Eni amuti ye Honorable Samuel Atachia ono na ye chairman ad hoc committee on Parliament investigating committee na omo ye Dr. Akufo Dampare IGP ne bi aba abonte fa ne ho no ehwehwemu na mote no NDC amanyoko no se ukọ Western North a se hwe also constituency the original pra commerce be fie de ma wo mo Honorable Afol Kofi Bente na ono na wode atu kokọ akuyafo nyina nim se was that woman dear Koma Bako, a Pia Ura John Dramani Mahama Pass and said, Naniswa di Hunu, then say, Emma Equiafono, a Demufua.
koko madoko koko hupe mati koko majuta koko mahata koko aswa koko nene koko mama be ya accountant a mesrasa mama menko me koko duru ha me di makanti na amasua no be ye koko ama ye huru se aba no osisi ye ni aba no be bo akonta contract ye ni aba hye se onye ye koko ya fom die ne se ye ti ase ma aba no twa koko no aba ni part I wo so ye ne se ye koko no ye ni ye no fa de ya de ma ye me bo a nti so amfa ma ye de a e obi onim emra kakra o bia ne say abaya breaching the part of the contract I was see a sue abaya no na okuani bia abaya no do afa sa kwan so abasa abaya no o compensate too o so pata
Any amuti ye Honorable Afol Kofi Bente ono na se hwe so constituency ogina prekomra hye fie adiama NDC amanyoku no na yenko ebura ye no ewo Hunter West ewo Western Region Mrs. Mercy Esi Nunum na ye principal ebura Technical Institute na wode atudwa se ade betima asesa oman ama yetima nsa na dwuma ye technical education nti aba we ne botan ne se obesesa ne makura adane technical na ne apagya technical no se de be ya emabu no betima nya ntete ene ne bebre sa suku ya meka ho asemi eye Ebura Technical Institute eye World Vision for ene siye na so enfie bebre ababese ne ko yentimi nya sakrai bia wo renovation bia maso ye na ama omatima ye bia na niagia ode we atodwa
facilities in the classroom kakra ye wo na ye mboazo metro but we show na tools and equipment are oboboa me yetum ya chere mofamazi ni ye ndro no ye lack bebre this year mpono we had to renovate some workshop bia anya nyi bi the door na ye renovation na ama eda dormitory as a supplement more ho the door see dormitories here will be na mbom ni nyina ya ma school e sand on nye technical school a owo the whole of a Hunter West akrope na ye wo nyi bi wo be abio na sisi anu su e bible hwe nzama amofo me waye school no oruko enyim kakra na so here ni infrastructure na ye wonda da do no me ye wanyen ibi mbaka ho nti yesre aban na obi a botum wa bo hende wombra wombokọ henmboa na school ontum mpeja
Mrs. Mercy Esi Nunu ya oye principal Ebura Technical Institute Hunter West na waka saying sa exhibition ya omoye a third year student school ni bia ogina pemiensa ya wo ya bewie Steven Wonza ene di anima oyeye ono so gina ni nuanama school fo na mu e de adesrade to aban anim
ena mo keti model building bia ye don but ono so bed boss ni that na de bed to se bi ni ena se hia assembly o guest ena school dan aka se betam ni bi se sia class aka wo de department bia to na class ni se sia ye nyina ye bo mu tie ba ye boys be bit say fen general class nti ye wo fashion electricals BC other courses nyina ye nyina eton bi fa ko nti se tam ye wo department se no ena obi aba ko department obi ya nso electrical se ye tan ba bia so ye tan ye general class no tona se tan sua de ena se sia ye hia maka board still chalkboard na ye tro so blackboard no so di enshada mu tie hia na projectors nso no so ye hia
ani aya Steven Wonza okosuku ewo Ebura Technical Institute na wode adesrade atodwa ye da so wo nwomasuya mu na ukọ asoye ehwe nwomasuya mu a Ministry of Education no womo ate asoye foforo ketua bi nkurabata bi ehye omase ye frɛ womo Complementary Education Agency na sa Complementary Education Agency no womo de enhye mienu bi eba ye frɛ se flagship programs baako Complementary Basic Education ena omo de ba akwa be friend remedial program na enie omo se akwada bia wunko suku na wumfie ye mfinhia nwotwe kosi mfinhia edunsia no saa hyehyeye a ye friend no Complementary Basic Education no ye won hyehyeye ye de beboa na so otimanya suku nimdie ni bia ba konso so remedials eno de wa na akwa school na kobolo ujaye ne nkra ne ba no eno so ye wodea acting executive secretary Emma Womo ayemame Catherine Apia Pinkra.
The agency is scaling up, targeting a whopping number of 30,000. This will be done in 4 regions and 8 districts. Under this initiative, however, therefore, 6,000 learners across the country have been earmarked to receive free remedial education support to enable them receipt for BC and WASI this very year, 2024. This is an audition of out-of-school children, which is the declaration of intent to transform the face of complementary basic education in Ghana.
And Yamuti ye ayamame Catherine Apia Pinkra ya oye Executive Secretary acting Emma Complementary Education Agency Eshe Minister of Education mo ebusafo ye free honom na yakọ esuja mine mu ewa puye mante mu na nafua obiribia afunya ya odikan ena ye omahima owo ye Bosugua traditional area na wɔkyerɛ sɛ ahensɛm ho manso sɛm a ɛwɔ kuro no mu no aha kuro no paa twe kuro no mpuntu akwakyerɛ a ɔsrɛ Eastern Region nananom Eastern Regional House of Chiefs sɛ wɔmmrɛ mu na nneɛma ɛha adwene
nsɛmsɛm bi kɔ so a ɛha kuro no kakra ɛno na mekɛ ɛne sɛ yɛwɔ ɔhene to so ɛna kuromafoɔ sɛ wɔmatu no na ɔmasa akɔfa ɔhene asɛm no akɔ house from since 2018 that way up to this time NC me opinion there me pese we must speed up nema na kurono so no yade ye ho no speed up nema e wo court because asem no aba court and I saw House of Chiefs it almost speed up nema emaye na yende ye ho na kurono so entumpon na obia ho because of that until bibia ankoso wo kurono
Ani aye nana efua obiribia afunya odi kan Bosugua mahema no na nuachi no ye ne amanfo di nkomo maburu no baako a ye fra no Alfred Kofi Ansa edi nkomo na ensebo kan no so na sefen pa
no kware nua me ba wate asese yufa wo krom no omobo anju omomo kronim omomo nkran omomo abuchiri enemranti wa ne maba aba no pe omukro empuntu sisi kuro no abehye omunsa afidu a one working kan wo ho sese kuro no betumi agina isanse Regional House of Chiefs ekuta assembly mu na court ekuta assembly mu na yehu sene ansem no kono achama nti yede nkotodwe egufem esre Regional House of Chiefs say won sore meboa busu nsem no abedi ho no won sore nkasa yesre court yede aho brase esre court sie pomocho o mine pomocho anyi ye kura yufa ewo boso nyina pomocho se asem no ache yesre wo mo omama ye hu babi a asem no si na ne yesese odi hinu no ye
we aye ora Alfred Kofi Ansa oye babunu ya owo Bosogua ena busafo mate no ye ka mo se boss ebe electricals e de nkane aba wo yes aba bob aba bob no ye wo de eyuso awia solar ni bi ti dum nkane wo mpatam nyina wonko a wo de num kira so hyireyin obi abeka se akwa plant bi na so na to bob no nyina free boss ebe electricals uba ha ye de animtie e na beje wo frank mo enya agro bra na beto bi wotem CCTV cameras outdoor standing fan ni ceiling fa haya e na ye ton no ye wadum boss eba plaza ba bia Oiripa TV no Oiripa FM we haya na Promise TV ni Promise FM yenso ye wo ni nyina bi wa ha enna okọ PZ antiata akofo dan na mu enna ba akoso wo ho a ye no so ne keyetia na di animhwento ba ye betumi aboa wo Emmanuel Oduefour enna nopai osa ansem nyina mu ma yen me ne ye Joseph Amoaten enna namo Oduefour na na sabere pinaman na na penkra hen chia me na msom ye enne eye me wo fa ase Lodina Bema Ajimai birthday Lodina Bema Ajimai ena na woda wonya finhia nkro ne okọ school ewo Prissy Montessori Academy ya won career ne nana eye honorable Yabo Ahema ena ewo hye no ntino Lodina wonana Yabo Ahema se opewasem odo ne mpaye ne se onyame be hyira wo na wabechen first lady kura mpo ya ye do to no onyamente nanim enche Lodina Christ asumdwe enkamo ntimi demu se anom na ye ka mo se enne finsiensia pepeapa eboni etu anananom ewonse do ewosunya kwan so anopai na me hene freme apenkra hene bafo kwasi dakwa otoso miensa freme se Oduefour eboni fremu nane finsia miensia nti no ya mabusuafo nyina ne Ghana fo nyina yakọ yare mosi Oduefour na sabre pino manie na penkrahene chiame me sorry na mama part ebetranse ede the bread of life ato aso Mr. Michael yaw asumai ona na yere maame hana omo Christ asunye nkamo nyina. Thank you Lord Jesus.